You guys are quiet. Are y'all trying it on your calculators?
Yes.
Ellie, are you still trying to factor?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
All right, how we doing? All right, talk to your partner. Decide if you want to come up here. Wow, my dad is really serious about this. He's messaged me like 3 times.
Is that how to get his Wi-Fi to work?
No, messaged me 3 times saying like how much bright colors are in his yard. And then my father, who is 82, my father got out his digital camera and took pictures of the colorful leaves in his yard and uploaded it to his computer and attached them to an email.
Wow.
I know, this is significant. I bet you that took him like an hour, if not longer. And I bet you he calls me the moment my day is over. Like, he's gonna call me at like 3:15 and be like, hey, did you get that email? I'm like, yes, I did. Okay, all right, who's up? One, two, three, four. One.
Since I've been with Zach, we've actually never gotten picked.
It's horrible for you.
It's a curse.
I got picked every single time,
Okay.
so.
Okay,
Except for Kate.
so
Yes.
since it already equals 0, we're gonna put it in the x box right away. And so it'll be -20x squared on top and then just 1x on the bottom. And that'll equal 5x and -4x, which will go in the empty spots in the square. And then when those equal out, it'll be 2x plus 1 and then 5x minus 2. And then equal those to 0 and then get the x by itself.
Gorgeous. Nice job. Did you have any problems, guys? Yeah, please grab prizes. Did you guys have any problems with getting on your graphing calculator and confirming it? when I'm winner.
I already have one.
Got it.
Are you at like 4 now? Are you at 4 now?
Zandy, Penny was sick this weekend. For most of the weekend, she was starting to feel better on Saturday, but it was funny because she on Saturday night was like, she was really not feeling well, and it was just like a cold. You know, we tested her for COVID, she's negative, but she's got like a sore throat, she's run down, you know.
It's going on.
Right. And I was like, how about you take some Tylenol? It's like the chewable kind. She's like, oh, I hate the Tylenol. It tastes so bad. It tastes like bad, it tastes like you're eating bad toothpaste. And I was like, that's so sad. But also, you could swallow a pill. She's like, okay. And I was like, okay, we're not swallowing a pill, then you're going to chew the tablet. Or you're just going to keep feeling bad. And she's like, maybe I'll just keep feeling bad. And I was like, it is a taste of bubble gum in your mouth for 30 seconds. And I'm like, here, and like got a pickle out of the fridge. And I'm like, well, fix it with a pickle, chew the pill, and then just eat some pickle. And I'm like, and it's going to taste like pickle. Pickle's going to win. You're going to chew it down, and then you're going to take a pickle, and it's going to be fine. So she took a pickle. She's like, oh, it tastes like pickle. I'm like, yeah, it does, because pickle is overwhelming, and it's good. And she's like, this isn't so bad. Then she's like laying here. Like 45 minutes later, she's like, hey. And I was like, how you feeling? She's like, pretty good. She's like bouncing around the house, like, what are we doing? And I'm like, yeah, you feeling a little better? And she's like, this medicine stuff really works. And I'm like, just medicine in general. All general medicine really works, guys.
I wouldn't actually guess that one.
She wouldn't guess what? That medicine
Medicine
works?
works,
Yeah, I know, it's confusing. But anyway, she was very, very thrilled. She was very, very thrilled to feel that way and very happy. Okay, let's do a couple quick things. All right, this one is x squared equals 17. Oh, hey, this will help. Go back to that list, that factoring list that you had, or that list that you had of doing this, and maybe by example 1 and example 2, write little ones next to them. Also, we kind of, maybe 1 and 5, because I showed you how you could have also used a graphing calculator to do it, right? Everybody with me? Okay, so now we're jumping on this example 3, which is x squared equals 17. Ideas? Yes? Yeah, square root both sides. I mean, you could use the quadratic formula will always work, always. But why? Why in the world would you do it when you can just write x equals the square root of 17? But that's not quite the answer. What's the square root of 4?
16?
Square root, not square.
Oh, 2.
2 or? Negative 2, because negative 2 times negative 2 is also 4, right? Anytime you take a square root, when you're solving, always put a plus or minus by it. Sorry, would you guys like to factor this or use the quadratic formula, or are we okay just doing that?
Doing great.
We're doing great? Great news, great news. Moving on, example 4. How about x squared equals the square root of negative 25? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's just equals negative 25, not the square root. I was thinking ahead, and I was talking about in my head that I would do a square root of both sides, right? But what's the square root of negative 25?
5i.
5i, don't forget it. What goes in front? Plus or minus 5i. Okay, now why is that plus or minus there? Is it because of the negative under the square root, or is it just because it's a square root? Yeah. No.
It's because it's a negative, because if you do positive 5, it's... Wait a minute. Like, 2 negatives equal a positive, so it could be either.
No, it actually is. It is like a 5. It's a plus or minus because the negative, you imagine that you took that out immediately and made it an I. And now it's the square root of 25 again, which is plus or minus 5. So it is plus or minus 5i for that one. Okay. Oh, this is all what?